Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP possible within the gold sorcerer every Friday when judging begins over here at the Masked Rose. Today is none other than week 161, and the theme this time is Pioneer of the Far East. The clues include the wild side for your helm, a pirate's life for your chest, tip of our hat for legs, and the creator for necklace slot. In this video we have a 100 score with items that I've tried to get as easily as possible. We have an 80 with dies, and then we have the easiest possible 80 at the end of the video, which is of course always the easiest option and is the one I would use for all of my characters. And obviously if you have any alts, it's a very simple way of doing it. So without further ado, let's get to that 100 score. Alright, there's our mistaken cowboy sort of look. Pioneer of the Far East, that fits it perfectly. For a 100 score then, for the helm, I went with the Animos hat. This is actually from the Animos lockboxes, which you can obtain from, obviously, Eureka Animos. You can, of course, also buy this on the market board. This is genderless and is equipable all classes level 1 and above. These should be fairly inexpensive, but I believe some people are probably going to try and flip the market to make you pay more. Alternatively, I believe the Gagana Scan hat of aiming will probably work. The Wrangler's hat should work, and I think the Gayuki leather hat should work as well, based on previous fashion reports, but I haven't tested those. The only one I have tested today is the Animos hat. So that's your best bet if you can get a hold of that. For the chest then, this is the Holy Rainbow Shirt of Healing. This is actually obtained from a vendor, none other than Norlays, an NPC in the Pillars of Ishgard in the Jeweled Rosier Market District. This is actually obtainable from, obviously for the healing one, it's from the Disciple of Magic tab. If you're going for a tanking one, you can go for the Disciple of War tab or whatever. Obviously, it can be any Holy Rainbow Shirt for any role in the game. I went for the level 52 tab and chose the healing one in particular. This will cost you about, well, it's a couple gil, just under 20k gil, so that's not too bad at all. Alternatives to this likely include the Altered Woolen shirt, I hear, possibly the Divine shirt, like the shirt of a Divine Hero, and maybe the Vigil shirt, but this is the easiest one that I could find anyway. It's from a vendor. And obviously being level 52 isn't too much of a task. Hopefully you have that level on your characters. So for the legs then, I went for the Arhat Hakama of Healing. Basically, any leg piece in the game for any of the roles that you play, so that's tank, healer, DPS, whatever, right? From Alamigo, Kagane Castle, and Temple of the Fist will work. Personally, I chose to do Alamigo with Fran, my girlfriend, because unsynced it was the easiest out of a lot. It's the first level 70 instance we get out of Stormblood. We unsynced that at level 80, and unfortunately we had to deal with Xenos Yegalvis at the end there to get this. But yes, the healing one will work, the casting one, obviously fending, striking, scouting, aiming, you know, all of them will work. Just they'll have a slightly different visual representation, like this one has kind of like this weird skirt thing going on. But there we go, that will give you gold rating this week. That's the only thing to fill this slot as far as I remember. Continuing that theme then, the only necklace that you can get that will get you gold rating is any of the prototype or regular Alexandrian neckbands in the game. If you're unfamiliar with these, you can get the regular version of an Alexandrian neckband for any role from Eye of the Creator Savage, for example. Or, of course, you can do Eyes of the Creator normal and get yourself a tarnished Alexandrian bolt. If you do get yourself a tarnished Alexandrian bolt, you bring that to the NPC on the left in Idleshire at the vendors here and do your exchange, and you can scroll down and get yourself a prototype Alexandrian neckband. Of course, it doesn't matter which necklace you choose, because back in Heavensward, all of the necklaces just had the requirement of being level 60 and were equipable on all classes, so you can actually just buy the healing one and equip it whilst being a tank, and vice versa. So it's as simple as that. A little bit of an issue then this week for most people, having to do Alexander if you haven't already to get one of those tarnished bolts. And of course, for those legs, requiring you to do one of the Stormblood level 70 dungeons that we've mentioned. So it's not probably the best, but it's not too hard to get a hold of, especially with unsyncing. This would be more of a problem if we were still level 70. But let's move on to the dies to make an 80 score. Okay, so here are your die options. As you can see, you get a slight little bonus there for just having any necklace equipped. That's why we have 82 here. But as you can see, we've dyed our weapon metallic purple, our helm shale brown, our body, our hands and our feet jet black dye, and our legs pastel green. For the jet black alone, I would say that this is rather expensive, especially if you haven't already got items that are jet black. I just personally have items that are jet black dyed, but that's not everyone's case. In that way, I would say that the dye options are fairly bad. It would be nice for us to have a week without jet black, but so far that hasn't happened in quite some time. So yes, let's move on to something that is very easy then, the easy 80 of the week. Right, fingers crossed we get 80 out of this then. Should be fairly straightforward, honestly, with the stuff I've got equipped. There we go, an 80 score. So the way that we got this then is because we had a necklace equipped, and that gives us obviously that extra couple of points. So we can get away with wearing some basic stuff. Of course, we are wearing the Animos hat there. Obviously, that's something that's not going to be easily avoided. That's best in slot for this week, and we've also dyed that shale brown dye. Other things then that you have to note is that we've just equipped a survival shirt here. That shouldn't have any bearing on the actual chest piece, and we've got the windsoak bottoms there for legs. But basically fill every single slot that you can with a piece of gear, and you should get 80 score guaranteed. And we'll just back this up because some people will say, I didn't get 80 score and I followed this exactly. Just have something equipped in every single slot, and then we'll also have an Animos hat dyed shale brown. Let's show you that again, this time on my alternate character. Alright, so here we are on our Lalafell, looking fine, if I say so myself. I know Lalafell's on everyone's cup of tea, but I've got quite attached to my little potato, to be perfectly honest. So well, let's see, do we get 80 score with our hat? Come on, prove me right. There we go, look at that, easy peasy. So anyone who says that they're not getting the 80 score, please try again. Get the Animos hat, dye it shale brown, like I said before. Equip anything in all of these slots. That's your ears, your neck, your wrists, your rings, your feet, your legs, your hands, your chest, your weapon. Obviously, have this stuff visible. Easy peasy, look. Easy 80. All it cost me was 8,000 gil from a market board on Cerberus server. Very, very, very simple. But anyway, let me know if this helped you. If you have your own solutions for any of this stuff this week, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll of course link the Reddit thread where I found all of the theory crafting for this, but it's a massive effort that takes place over social media amongst other places, with people basically seeing who can come up with the solutions the fastest, and it's a big collaborative effort. So thanks to everyone, especially the Japanese community on Twitter. They are fantastically fast at coming up with the dye options. So there we go. Much love. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your 80 score. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.